and Ikwere constituencies. Others are Umuma, Okpobo Nkoro, Emohua, Oyigbo, Abua Odual, and Ahoda East 1 and 2 constituencies. The constituencies where the APC cannot field candidates include Obiakpo 1 and 2, Farga 1, 2 and 3, Okrika and Ahoda West 1 and 2. Others are Tai, Gokana, Eleme Eche constituency 1 and 2, Kana constituency 1 and 2. One of the APC lawyers, Ebinike Bete, told Newsman his clients disagree with some of the decisions of the judge.
He basically based his judgment on the ground that some INEC reports that we challenged that were not admissible. He found them admissible and relied on them. Some of the reports say that they monitored partially. Some say they didn't monitor at all. So all the partial ones and the ones they monitored, he approved them. But our own contention is that monitoring of congresses is not what the Constitution provides that INEC must monitor, must do. It is primaries. So having gone this far, we will go ahead and test it.
Also, one of the lawyers to the PDP, D.K. Udena, explained what this judgment means to his clients.
Claim succeeded in part, and the court has nullified the candidacy of 16 of the 32 candidates of the All Progressives Congress. The All Progressives Congress is not entitled to present candidates in respect of 32 state constituencies in Rivers State. The court came to the conclusion that the PDP was not able to prove by its evidence that the congresses in respect of the remaining 16 were not monitored or that they did not hold.
Meanwhile, the APC in Rivers State has accused some judges of the Federal High Court, Port Harcourt, of a double standard in their judgment. State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Darlington Nwaju, made the accusation while reacting to today's ruling that nullified 16 House of Assembly candidates of the party in the state. He spoke to correspondent Emeka Otuka.
The same Federal High Court threw out two separate cases instituted by the All Progressive Congress against the governorship flyby of the PDP and the 32 House of Assembly candidates of the PDP, claiming it lacked the jurisdiction to hear the complaints of the APC because the APC had no business interfering or peering into the internal affairs of the PDP. This means that the Port Harcourt division of the Federal Court now has different sets of practice directives and two versions of the Electoral Act.
Nwaju also said that the action of the court is premeditated to ensure the victory of the PDP candidates in the 2023 general elections.
What is happening today would not mean in any way that the leader of APC in Rivers State, the Right Honorable Chibikere Amechi, is not being the leader that he ought to be.
The action of these judges remains a clear attempt to hand the electoral trophy in Rivers State to the PDP, even before the blast of whistle for actual voting by the electorates and counting of votes by the INEC. This manifest abnormality must not be accepted as a norm in Rivers State, as it is a clear danger signal for the survival of democracy in our dear Rivers State.
The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, today held an emergency meeting with members of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security at the Commission's conference room, Abuja. INEC summoned the meeting following attacks on its offices in Ogun and Osun States on Thursday. Now, speaking at the meeting, INEC chairman said the Commission is taking steps to replace the damaged facilities. He also assured that despite about 65,000 PVCs damaged, no registered voters in Abeokuta South will be disenfranchised. Yakubu also said INEC has so far tracked 50 incidents of attacks on its facilities across 21 states. He called for decisive steps to put a stop to the attacks as the 2023 elections near. Meanwhile, INEC wants Nigerians to scrutinize its voter register as it sets to publish the National Register of Voters from tomorrow. In a statement, the Commission urged Nigerians to direct it to any corrections in their personal details and any malicious registrations, multiple registrations, non-Nigerians or any other persons not qualified to be on the register. INEC said the entire preliminary register containing about 93 million registrants will be published from 12th to 25th November 2022. And away from that, Justice Binta Nyako has fixed Monday next week for hearing and the ongoing case between the federal government and leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. This comes after the federal government filed an amended 7 counts of terrorism against the detained IPOB leader. A federal high court, Abuja, will hear whether the federal government could rearraign the IPOB leader despite the October 13 Court of Appeal judgment that discharged him. And personnel of the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, in collaboration with the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and court officials sealed some brothels along the Azikiwe axis of Diobu in Port Harcourt today. It followed an ex parte motion granted to NAPTIP by a federal high court in Port Harcourt on November 4, 2022. The brothels are Cool Breeze 1, 2, and 3 and Real Brothel. Our correspondent reports that a court document showed that the brothels will be sealed for 30 days until the conclusion of investigations. Recall that a combined team of Nigerian Navy, Ship Pathfinder, NICDC, and NAPTIP on October 29, 2022 raided Cool Breeze and Royal Brothels and rescued about 50 girls, including underage girls who were forced into prostitution, with some suspected traffickers also arrested. Now, still ahead in the news, Naira bounces back to 7.10 to $1 at black market. Do please stay tuned. Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has called for a tough law to ensure the protection of bridges. The minister said this during the inspection tour of the recently burnt Eko Bridge. He warned residents against using underbridges as trading centres, noting that bridges were built for ease of vehicular movement of goods and services, and for the benefit of humanity, not for commercial purposes. The Naira has bounced back by about 20.8% to 710 per dollar. 710 to $1 at the black market. It comes 2 weeks after the local currency came under severe pressure at the black market after the federal government announced plans to redesign some Naira notes. South Korea today denied the reported plans to sell artillery shells for use by Ukrainian forces. It said it has an ongoing arms deal with the U.S. only. The Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday that the U.S. ongoing deal to purchase 100,000 rounds of 155mm artillery from Seoul will be delivered to Ukraine. And that's it on the news this evening. You heard the court has nullified 16 House of Assembly candidates of APC in Rivers State. Abuja High Court has fixed Monday next week for hearing in case between federal government and leader of proscribed IPOB. NAPTIP has sealed 2 brothels in Diobu, Port Harcourt. The Naira bounced back to 710 to $1 at the black market. On the foreign scene, South Korea has denied it plans to sell artillery shells to Ukraine. That was the news. It's edited by Constance Mega. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this evening. Now remember to collect your PVC and vote. Your vote is your voice. Thanks for listening. I am Adid Dayo, Ilushakin. Good evening.